Well, my next guest is an author, speaker, minister, documentarian, and a business professor. Now, he's finally made it big as my co-author. Our new book is called The 3 C's That Made America Great: Christianity, Capitalism, and the Constitution. Please give a nice welcome to the co-author of our new book, Steve Feazel. Steve, great to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Let's talk about what made America great. What was it that really gave us something different than any other country in history?
Well, a lot of people came here because they wanted to worship in the Christian way that they believed. And so they came, and then people said, you know, we'd like to have our own land, because the only way you can make money is have land, and they couldn't have it in England because the nobility had it all. So to protect all this, we came up with the Constitution after the Revolutionary War. And I looked at that and I said, hey, these all start with C, and they're the foundational stones of our republic. So this would make a good book. This is what made it great. And then I had to come up with a co-author that could really give it a good punch out through the nation. So I needed somebody who was intelligent, who had some political insight, and who was well known. But
couldn't find that guy, so you called me, I guess, is what happened.
Sarah Sanders was not available, so I had to call you. No, actually, he was my first choice, and I'm so glad that he did it, because we had never met before. I think he might have known that I did co-author a book with Dr. Carol
Swain, who's a dear friend of ours.
And so, therefore, that got me somewhat of a foot in the door.
I tell people, look, I always feel bad about pushing something that's got my name on it, but quite frankly, it's a great read. But I love it because it has resources, whether you're a history teacher or you're just a citizen that has some crazy relatives or friends or coworkers who just have no clue about the origins of the United States of America. Right. And they're certainly not getting into history classes anymore.
Right.
So let's talk about, if you would say, okay, there are 2 big takeaways from this book you hope people get. What do you hope they are?
I hope they understand the fact that, you know, when the Democrats say they want to transform this nation, it got transformed back in the 60s when we lost prayer out of school. And we have been paying for that ever since.
Yeah.
And so, basically, we got a lot of ground to claim. I could not believe when I read that in 2003, 19% of the people said they claimed no faith at all. And 2017, that went up to 35%. I'm afraid if that goes to 50%, we lose the republic.
One of the things we try to address in the book, and I think we honestly do it, is the uniqueness of the Constitution. No other government in the history of mankind has been formed with a document that does not empower the government. It empowers the people, and it basically tells the government what it can't do rather than tell the people what they can't do.
The Constitution is constraining government. The Christian morality that our founders had, that they wanted to shape the moral conscience of our nation, that was to constrain the people. When you fusion those together, it really made capitalism work. So that's where they all 3 come together.
That's one of the things that we hope that we will tell people is the why, the 3 C's that made America great: Christianity, capitalism, and the Constitution. Steve Feazel, thank you so much for being here. And I hope that a couple of million people will get this book. I think they would love it.
Amen to that, yes.
Yeah, I really do. My family will appreciate it, I'm sure, too. Hey.